Okay folks, we are back for our last and final one of the mini landscapes which feature Ben Veraki, which is my local mountain. Yes, I have my own mountain. Well, it's not mine, I have to share it, but you know, it's still mine really. So this was one of the charcoal painting kind of abstract sketches we did, and you can see we've got the mountain ridge, we've got lots of bits of paper on this one. I think it didn't like the water possibly. We've got the secondary hill that comes down off it and going into the distance, and we've done high enough up that we've also got the body of water down here as well. So I want to work more in the Cretor colour. I will add some colour, so it won't be grey scale like one of the other ones I've done, but it will be darker, and it's because I really love working with this. It does add so much to it. So we know that's the peak there. We've got a dark section there and down. And we know the path goes that way up. And that. And like that. And yeah, we've got some lighter dark, but not much lighter dark. There. We've got a dark patch there with some really nice exposed rock. And then that's the cliff line that way. And we've got a section there. Also got a section there and there around the lake. I'm just going to put some fine lines in. And then I will use brush and water just to wash those out. Let's start at the top and work down so this stuff doesn't go everywhere. I'm using plenty of water. I can use more of a dry brush, but that will allow it to concentrate, and I actually want it to spread. So I want to keep this quite loose, so it doesn't really matter if brush, for example, is just going everywhere. That doesn't bother me. See how dark it goes very quickly when you're working with this type of charcoal. So this is the compressed charcoal. So not my normal charcoal, not the XL charcoal, not the tinted charcoal. This is just a block of compressed charcoal. And that basically gives me these gorgeous darks, like really dark darks. Just making sure I've got that on the mountain top properly. Give me your mountain. And then we've got our lake, we've got our path. It's darker at the centre of the lake, so we will endeavour to do that with this before we add the blues. There we go. How quickly that went down. Right, this needs to dry, and then we can get on. Actually, I want to have a go at some splatters. Don't know whether that will work though. Oh, it's kind of working. I tend to find splatters work better if I use the XL block. So what I do is I take the block, got a wet brush so I can pick it up straight off the block, and it will be on there but very dark. Put it back in the water, and then look, there you go. Then once it retouches the water, it separates from the bristles, and that allows you to splat it everywhere. And the more water you add, the lighter it is. Right, let us leave that to dry and we will come back to it. Right, this is pretty dry now, so I want to add just little bits of colour here and there. I don't want to add too much. I quite like the dark sections of it, so I'm going to keep colour to a minimum. I do want to blend it slightly though, because I want to absolutely see some of this spotting and bleeding underneath, which is good. With our blue in the sky. See, it's still a bit damp around the edges. Like that. And I want to add some of our blue white in. Again, just a little bit blending, but not too much. Like that. There. Well, what are we doing with these various bits and pieces? Use the Contis. Just doing a couple of lines over the top of the different shapes with the colour, so it kind of makes it like you've added the colour but you haven't. So up there, it's still a bit damp up there. This is, it kind of goes up there. These are some of the sections here where it kind of goes along. This is the lighter section. So I'm going to put a few wavy lines so it's going down, but not too much. And then that bit down there, yeah, like that. We'll add our green in. Remember, this is just about getting a hint of colour on. It's not about colouring it in, it's not about making things up, it's about just saying, right, I've got this colour and it features here and it features there. Like that. Quite like that, right. I don't really have a grey that's really annoying me that I don't have any more lighter greys, and I don't know where they are. I'm like, where are my greys? Hey, where are my greys? That's our lighter brown. Do you want to try? Yeah, I just want to put a little bit of this lighter brown in actually, before I go too far and forget. Like that. The grey, we might just have to try and be really careful with the big piece that I've got. This is all the shale that's on the side of the mountain here. I want a brighter green. This one should be brighter. Yeah, there's a bit more green. Just add some more lines in where the green is. Heaven forbid, we haven't done our yellow yet. But don't panic, we have not forgotten. ones are mid-yellow. It comes down along the shore. Like that. Quite happy to have some white still showing through, but I really want to make sure that I just get that in like that. Do you know what? I like that. So I'm going to leave it. It's very similar to the other line one I did, but that was a lot more tightly compact and everything. This is a little bit more loose and a little bit more jittery, but it shows everything that's kind of working underneath it and all the textures underneath it. So I really like that. So I hope you guys have found this whole little mini series really helpful. Remember that the whole purpose of this is to explore a subject. So don't just sit there, go out and paint a subject and that will be it. Explore it, try it in different mediums, try it in different styles, try it with different colours. Go for a warm, go for a cool, go for black and white. See what you can do by pushing tone and value. Well, do you make it more atmospheric or less atmospheric? Soften edges or sharp edges, more romantic. You know, there's lots of options out there, but by doing something like this, where you take your reference photo, you do your 9 initial sketches on a 3x3 grid, and then cut those sketches up and then work from them to create mini paintings and lots of different styles. Really be able to play with your subject matter, and you'll find you'll get a lot out of it. I have now got several here which actually I could take further and go into bigger paintings, and I probably will do that. I just need to decide kind of which ones I really want to take forward and have a play. So stay tuned for that, because I will be doing a study first and then the bigger piece, of which I will video. Plus I am going to introduce you all to some fun little projects that you can do yourselves that are really quite simple. If you've seen the current ongoing trend with like little watercolour paintings that are really fun and whimsical, then we're going to be looking at recreating that kind of technique and style, but using soft pastels. And I think what I'm going to be using is going to surprise you all. So thank you so much for those of you that have followed along this series, seen each one of these develop and see what the end process is. I will put a poll up on the channel post page, so on the community tab on my channel, so that you can vote for which one of these you like the best. Anyway, ta-ta for now, and I will see you all soon.